Vegas, 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 Vegas! I smell Vegas! Beautiful, adrenaline-pumping, 24-hour degenerate fun. We're going in 1 week. And to prepare us for that trip, my good buddy Juice has spent the summer working harder than me, overhauling not only our dope new website, but our dope merchandise line as well. And let me tell you, he's been taking advantage of their samples policy. So now, each of us is going to be perfectly equipped to take on a week of hard living and stylish, location-appropriate apparel. Check out our full line of merchandise via our brand new website, goodjujubets.net. And remember, rocking Good Juju merch is always good juju for you.
We can't lose. No, we can't lose.
Enjoy it while it lasts. Gambling gods, fickle bunch. Oh yeah, so easily
We
offended.
have a shooter and a good one coming out for a new point. Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen. He's a rolling point is 9, place 9. 9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
They bet on absolutely anything. Don't make them prove it.
The amount of debt that currently is on screen, double it and give it to the same person.
You're tuned into Gambling with Good Juju.
Welcome in, everybody, to Gambling with Good JuJu, where it's that time of year where we insist we're a sports gambling show, but we blow off all things related to sports to talk other gambling obsessions instead.
'Tis the season.
Seriously, it's late July. Just calm down a little. I promise. It's going to get wild again in a month or so, okay, everyone? While we kick things off, if you don't mind, head over to whatever platform you are listening to us on and give us a like, follow, whatever it is that lets your favorite podcast platform know you appreciate what we're doing. Hit us up on the socials at Good Juju Bets, where we love talking sports, gambling, or just bickering back and forth about whether we're based in Las Vegas or Peoria. Hint, it ain't Vegas, Juice.
Maybe we have a P.O. box out there.
On this episode of Gambling with Good Juju, we're talking with one of the most interesting people you could possibly discover in the world of gambling, Corey Eyring. I hope it's Eyring.
Yes.
We're going to find out in this interview. He's on a journey to build his bankroll over the course of the year in an attempt to bet it all on one spin of the roulette wheel. So far, the bankroll building portion of the adventure has taken Corey on an incredible roller coaster ride that sucks in its audience to a story, not just of his wins and losses, but the highs and lows of his emotions along the way. While we chat away, head on over to his YouTube page and check out his content. You can find him at Corey_Eyring. That's COREY_EYRING. I recommend starting at least at the beginning of this year and treat it like a really good season at television.
Bingo.
Right? Something like that. It is literally. It's like you're watching a season of a show.
It's very episodic.
It's good. Okay, then, before we get to all things Corey Eyring, it's time for the Heat Check. Can we talk sports for a minute here?
Sure.
I know I just made fun of the idea that
Yes, you
people
did.
are betting on sports, but I'm actually frustrated. I'm leaving in 1 week here for Vegas. I'm just trying to get that little extra, you know?
Right. Try to
That-
inch up the bankroll.
Make that bankroll a little more fun out there in Vegas.
All right, one more baked potato.
And things are going fine, right?
Good.
I'm up like over 20 units, humble brag this month.
Tight.
Neat stuff, but I'm genuinely bored. I can't believe that esports is actually a thing.
That people do it or that you bet on it.
Yes. Well, look, no, I understand that people play video games. I don't understand why people are watching people play video games. That's a sport that like you're interested in watching a video game get played for competition. There are things like that. I get it, but I just don't understand why it's big enough that it's in our sports gambling landscape.
Yeah.
Like, people would rather bet on kids playing video games than any minor league sport. Like, why am I allowed to take advantage of these books via the esports, but I can't do it with something I would at least pretend to care about?
Yeah.
We went to a baseball game about a month ago. Chiefs versus South Bend Cubs.
Yeah.
And I spent the entire time telling my family I was cheering for the South Bend Cubs because they were a Cubs organization, when really I was cheering for them the entire time because I went up to you before the game said and go, okay, $20, pick your team. You can have either one. Right?
It was a fantastic time.
I watched more of the sport I was gambling on than I have watched in the hundreds of wagers I've now placed on esports.
Yeah, I tried to turn it on one time. It was an absolute nightmare.
Where?
Oh, on the internet. It's like these nerds in the chat room. They got the link.
Oh, so yeah. So shout out Juice Bets Discord. We've been playing around with them this summer, having some fun. So you're going through the link in their Discord to watch the
Every once in a while.
stream.
Every once in a while somebody will post it like, stop asking the score, just watch it yourself.
Can you keep track of the score while watching it?
Oh my God, no. I watched it for 5 seconds.
Yeah, so I've never clicked on a link. I've never seen esports, and I don't know that I'm about to.
Right, probably not, right?
I don't actually care what's happening there. That's the problem. Baseball, I'm having a little fun watching that, but it's baseball, like,
My God.
right.
I watch more esports than I have baseball, minus that minor league baseball game we went to.
I wish I didn't feel like I had to bet on sports right now.
Have to.
If I wasn't going out to Vegas next
right.
week, and I wasn't trying to just get that little extra before I go, then I would definitely be taking this week off because I feel burnt out on not watching the things I'm betting on.
You didn't bet on sports while you were on vacation, right?
Dude, I had prize picks and nothing else. So I hammered prize picks in the Discord. And here's the way
Did
the
it work?
Discord works. Let me tell you how the Discord works in the Juice Bets Discord. You will make money, ladies and gentlemen. It will be frustrating in the course of making that money.
The roller coaster.
Because you will place very high odds prize picks plays that pay off, when they pay off, and you hope you have it when you have it. So over the course of a long sample, you'll build it up. But I left for vacation, leaving a freedom state of Illinois, and went to Minnesota, a non-freedom state that only had the sweepstakes books. Like, yeah, can't gamble on a legal book, but here are these total scam operations. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So I'm on prize picks all week, and I shut off all my other filters in this Discord, and I play every single play. It does not go well.
Yeah.
They had a bad week. That's fine. That's normal. That's all within the regular variance. Not worried about it. The problem is I drive home that Friday.
Oh, and it was a banger.
So I drive through Minnesota. We stop in Iowa for food.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, okay, I got time. Let's go see where all these plays are at. Let's see what's going on the prize picks plays. And I go to play them. And of course, Iowa, which has legal sports books, for some reason does not have the sweepstakes books in their state. So I don't play it, drive home, finish the drive, get out of my car, click on my notifications. First thing I see is the notification, 88X, we crushed it. Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, I didn't even get that one, but it was a good day.
So then the next day happened, fortunately, and I'm like down on my fumes first day back in Illinois, and I still got all those turned on. I play them, and I hit $700 worth of prize picks plays or something like that.
Strangely enough, in Michigan, where I was for the week, you could play prize picks, but it was like totally a free thing. And like you had 100 credits. And if you were one of the top 10 players of the day, they gave you something.
So you couldn't gamble on it?
Yeah, no, you couldn't. It was just like, here's your 100 credits for the day. Good luck.
Did you do it?
Absolutely not. But the weird thing is there is like you can play blackjack on your phone for money, but you can't play prize picks for money.
Break it down. How'd you do?
I did great.
You made money playing blackjack?
No, let's not go crazy.
How much blackjack on your phone did you play? How much gambling? Can you play other gambling games?
Oh yeah, all of them.
You can play craps?
Yeah, I did little craps. It's kind of funny. It's got like the guy like loads the dice in this little like catapult, throws them down the table. And he just talks to you the whole time. It's crazy.
Did you try the Fibonacci hopscotch on your phone?
I didn't do anything else. I didn't do any roulette or slots or nothing crazy like that.
And you lost a little, you'd say?
Yeah, for sure. It was a little moment of rage.
Oh, you did say that to me at one point. I did it.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Yeah, we've all been
the
there.
last night I was in Vegas last year.
Yeah. But overall, I definitely got my strategy card down for sure.
Do you wish Illinois had mobile casino gambling?
I don't think that would be necessary.
You weren't going, oh yeah, I've got this.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, no.
Is it guaranteed minus EV?
Well, absolutely.
Because like they talk about like, oh, promo, do this and do your spin.
Oh, yeah. I got all the promos last time I was there, so I didn't really get too many promos.
Okay.
There was like you almost get a sign up offer.
Okay.
The first time you like go dabble in the casino, but I didn't get any of that.
One sign up offer does not mean I need access to casino gambling on my phone in my state.
Right.
That'd be bad.
Right. It would be bad. It would be problematic.
Be problematic. All right. So I got to play Prize Picks and it was fine. And I'm just tired of gambling in general now.
Well, I enjoyed, I dropped a couple Nerfies a day and that was about it.
Okay.
Nerfies are fire.
Yeah. You say so.
Bing, 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 bing. He checked. The Olympics are happening. Speaking of sports that people watch and bet on, right?
Right.
You're hip to this? You've watched a little?
Yes.
All right.
It's hard because of the time zone difference.
Yeah, you got to watch it in the morning.
Yeah.
Or the results and it's boring, right?
Or you watch those. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done a little both.
Anyway, a good friend of mine at Celtics GRD on the Twitter, which stands for Greens Runs Deep.
Nice.
Great account. He tweeted the other day at a reply, "Me and all my homies hate Steve Kerr."
It's this topic. This isn't even really Olympics. Go ahead.
Yeah, it totally is. It's Olympics related.
So something happened in the Olympics that you want to talk about with the NBA as a result.
Exactly.
That's what you want to do. Go ahead. Tell him.
All right. So Tatum gets no minutes, right? Crazy.
That's still was he the only player on the team to not get
I believe so.
minutes?
Unbelievable. Blowout
Okay.
game. No minutes. Absolutely crazy. Steve Kerr comes out and blames it on, Durant was back and, we got to get the best guys out there for the situation, blah, blah, blah. There are 3 Celtics on the team. You know that?
Yes.
Tatum, White, and Holiday.
Yes.
Not Jaylen Brown.
Correct. Which
Eastern
is also
Conference
crazy.
MVP.
Right.
Which is also crazy. So are you hip to that story, Jaylen Brown?
Well, that supposedly has to do with shoe companies, right?
Bingo.
All right. You love shoe company conspiracy theories. Get into it.
So Grant Hill called him a conspiracy theorist on the topic, right? Can you believe that?
Okay.
Not totally out there because, big time media is not this type of topic, but Jaylen Brown has gone at Nike multiple times.
For what?
Being hypocrites in the realm of ethics.
Oh, yeah. That is his thing.
Yeah. And he's actually been known to wear Kobe Bryant sneakers quite often, which were Nikes predominantly in his career. But he's taken the swooshes off and worn them on the court. All right. So Jaylen Brown not on the team.
What are the Celtics uniforms?
What are the Celtics uniforms?
Are all NBA uniforms the same brand?
Oh, some of them are Jordan brand specifically, but I think they're all Nike. Yeah.
Like I'm used to college basketball where everybody school, it
yeah.
matters what school your shoe branding is to get the athletes who've been associated since they're in high school with them.
Right.
Okay.
So Holiday and White, Nike affiliated. Jason Tatum, Jordan Brand affiliated, but no minutes. So is this really just all a ploy by LeBron and the Warriors to break up the Celtics? That's kind of crazy, right? Also, it is a shame a little bit the shoe companies are involved in this situation.
Why would this hurt the Celtics?
Oh, I love that. That was out of our buddy Mark from the fantasy basketball chat, where he was just like, "Oh yeah, look at them causing controversy for the Celtics, not getting Tatum any minutes and saying he's not good enough."
There's no controversy there.
Well, I mean, it's a little weird. He got no minutes,
but there's no reason that Jason Tatum would be anything other than motivated by this.
Yes.
He's not going to go back and be like, we're going to be bad this year because I didn't play.
Right. But it does play into the fact that he is hated, which we covered during the NBA Finals.
I mean, I don't understand any of this. I didn't know people hated that. I assumed that Jaylen Brown, with his commentary outside the realm of the NBA, would be the one who received vitriol.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum, when you told me he wasn't going to get finals MVP, was surprising to me because I thought he was one of the more beloved players in the NBA.
Yeah. And, just as a reminder, Jordan kind of dropped the playbook on this when he wore the flag over the Reebok sign. Anyway. Also, real quick, sneakers related, shout out Joel Embiid for wearing Skechers in the Olympics.
I like Joel Embiid. I know you guys don't.
Yeah, we don't like him.
He was on something that said that if he couldn't be double teamed, he would score over 50 a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said if they had rules in the NBA where you couldn't double team, he was a lock for 50 a game.
Yes. Yeah, it's his world.
It'd be a weird sport if they couldn't double team. I don't really know what other ramifications there would be there, bud.
Yeah, right. It's if you just had to shoot layups, you'd probably make a bunch of them.
If you're saying you could stand at the hoop, turn around, no one can guard you, maybe. All right, so that's good. So at the end of the day, does this motivate the Celtics? They don't. This is dumb. This is the story. It's funny to make fun of it.
Yes, a little bit.
But the story's super dumb because the Celtics are the best team in the NBA.
Absolutely.
They're going to run into this season far and away the best team in the NBA.
Otherwise, for sure. Stay healthy.
And there is no way Steve Kerr benching him. It might be a spiteful thing, but it's not a I'm thinking as a mastermind here
3D
thing.
chess. Yeah.
It might be a screw you, you won the NBA title. I'm going to show you something by sitting you here.
Yeah, right.
Okay. I'd believe that.
Yeah.
Okay. Our other major topic is our impending trip to Vegas, for which we're continuing to prepare. Let's cover a couple of the more fun ways we are preparing. You're really the king of ideas here, Juice. The rapid fire networking event that we're taking part in. You created gift bags that I actually see over here.
Good JuJu bags.
We're going to be handing them out. And they include business cards featuring QR codes to our website. Like, this is fire.
I hope it's fun.
If they aren't at least, hey, I appreciate these guys for trying something outside the box.
Giving it a whirl.
Bit,
yeah. I hope somebody was like, wow, you guys are nuts. I can't believe you did this, but we're talking about it.
I'm going to retweet you for that, bud.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something like that.
I don't know.
So that's pretty exciting. Like, that's one fun thing that we've done to prepare in advance for this. The other thing we've been talking about, we're taking our equipment.
Yeah, we're going to do a little recording.
Yeah, we're going to plan a post Bet Bash episode.
That should be fun.
Featuring sights and sounds from the event, learnings from participants, those sorts of things.
Yes.
Yeah. As far as the actual events, have you looked at your seminars? Have you?
Oh, yeah. I got my schedule down.
Is there anything in particular that you're excited about?
Oh, I mean, seminar-wise, like, it was hard to choose them all.
It was.
For sure. I am going to try my best to go to 2 every session, I think. Sneak in and out. We'll see what the logistics are on that. But as far as the conference in general, I am just so excited to meet a number of people we've been talking to for a year and a half.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. Like, that's the overall thing. Within the seminars themselves, from a gambling side of things, I am excited to go to the Circus Survivor seminar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And I'll tell you why.
Let me hear it.
Audience. I'll tell you why. Guys, almost a year ago, we did the Circus Survivor pool, and you can check out the episode.
How'd it go, Peter?
Where I ranted on them because they did not take it seriously. We're referring to Jolly and Juice.
Yeah, we had to throw Jolly off the show for it.
Jolly's going to be a partner in this year, right?
Is he? I keep asking him to bring the money over.
All right. Well, we'll get it. So that we lost in week 3 after I had said maybe we should not do what ESPN's chalk thing says we should do as the chalk pick, which was the Jaguars.
Yep.
And maybe pick another game which looked pretty simple, which was the Carolina Panthers going across the country to the West Coast with a rookie quarterback playing in Seattle. Now, when I brought this to their attention, RJ said, oops, well, I had already submitted it, so never mind. And then, of course, exactly what I thought would happen happened, and what you guys picked did not happen.
Not at all.
So
to the tune of 42 to 18 or something.
Yeah, man. My goal this year is to go find out how to figure out the estimates ahead of time.
Fantastic.
For Circa. So I will go there and I will try to get that one answer. I think that's the key to all this, to then figuring out what we should consider.
Well, I am stoked to do it again.
Yeah. And then professionally, there's a seminar on sports journalism. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I will attend for you in the audience. So
fantastic.
I'm hoping to learn a little bit more, maybe connect with some people in that world. See what we can do.
Yeah.
Have a little fun. One last thing. Did you see Sean Merriman is one of the panelists?
Nope.
Yeah. Sean Merriman is one of the panelists for, let's give a shout out here. It's a panel called A Team Affair. How leagues, operators, and independent integrity monitors work together to prevent match fixing and game manipulation in sports and sports betting.
Wow.
I don't care about the topic.
Okay.
But I'm going to the panel simply to see how large of a human being he is.
Get a pick.
Like, you know, I want to go sit there and be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Sean Merriman does not look like a real human being.
Yeah. I wonder how he got into this.
So, yeah. So I got a lot to be excited for. We got all kinds of other things. We're going to be talking more off mic and preparing. But for the audience's sake, just know we're going to have some content coming out of this Bet Bash.
Yeah.
And we're preparing. We're going to move and shake, and we're going to do some things.
Can't wait.
Sounds great. All right. Let's get in the episode. Betting your whole bankroll with Good JuJu. I am beyond excited to talk with our next guest, Corey Eyring. Corey is a poker player and professional storyteller. He's been on a journey this year, attempting to build his bankroll throughout the year for no purpose other than betting every last cent on one spin of the roulette wheel.
Yeah, to the tune of the goal's $500,000. Spin the wheel. Be a millionaire or have nothing.
I mean, to state an obvious goal of in 365 days, I'm going to be at this exact number is interesting.
It's very interesting.
I'm hoping he's positive based on where we're at in the show.
Right.
But I'm hoping we learn from him that his journey continues to get. I need a few more ups in the roller coaster, Corey.
Yeah, you've been belting us with this downs.
Yeah. So let's get on this roll. Let's get going. We're supporting you and giving you the good juju.
Yeah, good juju for sure.
So, his journey didn't start there. He's been posting videos for years, chronicling his journey through his YouTube channel. So we want to get to learn more about his backstory and all that. And let's actually just give a serious tip of the cap to this man.
Absolutely. Like this guy really is a first. Like I didn't even know what a poker vlogger was until we talked to Jesse.
Right.
And then like this guy stumbled upon my lap and I'm like, oh, this is what it is. This is kind of fascinating.
Yeah. And he's a fantastic storyteller.
Absolutely. Great content.
Like I can feel his pain and joy in his videos, and he comes off as generally likable and like someone you want to root for.
Yes, absolutely.
And just for the audience's sake and coordinating with him seems to come across the exact same way.
Yeah.
So-
yeah. Weirdly, like everybody at the poker table hates him. Like they all call him a 18-year-old and and they don't like he records and stuff like that, right? But yeah, great stuff.
With anyone or with professionals?
Like while he's playing like the regular games, like not like the live streams and where people know what's going on, right? But he'll show up at like a regular poker club and it's like, what's going on? This is crazy. You're a child. It's kind of funny because he beats them.
Right.
That pisses them off.
Right. Well, he is gung-ho, his videos are fun. He's creating real content that people like genuinely enjoy watching. It's not like oh, look at me, aren't I cool kind of video content. It's far more human than you see for most content creators. And that creates a pretty fantastic result.
Yeah.
So
must watch TV.
Even if you aren't a gambler yourself, I think anyone would enjoy following his project this year. So check him out on YouTube again at Corey_Eyring. Enjoy the interview. It was a really fun one. Good juju to your bets, everybody. We'll talk again soon. First of all, Corey, did you play in the World Series of Poker this year?
I did.
Okay. If so, can you tell me anything about how that experience went for you?
It's almost like a bipolar girlfriend. You have no idea what you're going to get one day. Like one day, very lovey-dovey. You take home a min cash. The next day, you just get bitch slapped, like down 5K in shambles. Very much, it depends on the buy-in. Like there are some very big buy-ins. Obviously, the main event's $10,000. That one feels pretty important to win. Didn't win that one. Didn't see me on the final table. So... But maybe like a dusty $200 nightly might have made a deep run in one of those. So best of both worlds. Would have obviously liked to run deep in the main, but without giving too many spoilers, there are a lot of highs and lows from the WSOP.
Was the experience extra special for you given where you're at in your journey overall in terms of mini celebrity at the World Series of Poker status?
Pretty liberal usage of the word celebrity. I would maybe an F-lister. Maybe like I'll get an extra share from my grandmother on Facebook. But in terms of like popularity, I can very much show up and I look like just a college kid playing with his finances, which isn't that far from the truth.
Wow.
All right. I mean, there are a lot of like poker celebrities in this thing and regular celebrities.
I totally get it, but I gotta imagine he's getting over 300,000 views on his episodes. By the way, congratulations to the success you've had so far with the project. So I got to imagine when he walks into the World Series of Poker.
So, yeah, me too.
If I walked into the World Series of Poker, I know nobody would know me.
Here comes the fishy.
Yeah, right.
All right. So we're not too hip to the poker scene in general outside of like your content. And now we're following until those guys and stuff from you.
Yeah, they're great.
Help us understand the controversy at the World Series of Poker final.
Oh, all right. Referring to the solvers in the final table?
Yeah, like a solver as a concept. I'm loosely can grasp this in general. And then using them at the game, it seems like
what's going on?
Insane.
Seems like not a great look.
Yeah.
From a competitive standpoint, I actually have no problem with it because they're using every edge they possibly can in order to further their chances of winning. So from a competitive standpoint, it's almost like they're not breaking any set rule. So I get it from that point, but also not a great look to have a computer running all of the simulations right as you're playing the hands. Probably should make a rule or some parameters around that.
Do you think that'll be there next year? Do you think that'll be allowed next year at the World Series of Poker?
I think it really depends on how the public outcry, if that remains in the next month or two and puts additional pressure on the WSOP to set some implementation. I think a lot of culture is reactionary. So if kind of the noise dies down within the next few weeks, then I think it'll kind of just get brushed under the rug. I really think it depends on how the next quarter goes. But I wouldn't be surprised if there is.
Yeah, interesting.
It's definitely, we don't know if it's a victim of the 24-hour news cycle or something.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay.
And a solver that just runs simulations on the hands, like the actual hands, to see if you played it accurately. Is that kind of the concept?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
Gotcha.
It's basically the solver is just choosing the most optimal line to take against a perfect opponent.
Gotcha.
So in a perfect world, what's decision can you make that's going to give you the best possible outcome the most amount of times, or like the most likely?
Gotcha.
So I'm not necessarily, there are rules against that online. That's RTA, like real-time assistance. You can't do that online. So in person, I think it should very much be the same thing. You can't use that tool. I would like to see that tool be implemented because it's just not a great look for the WSOP when you have people kind of on the sidelines like, yo, great JuJu, but maybe let's take a look at the solver. Okay, never mind. Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean?
I feel like it takes an element of skill out of the human to human part of the game.
Yeah.
That's the part that
I
threw
agree
me for a loop. So
I agree.
all right, let's get down to this. Corey, you've been recording yourself playing poker for a long time now. We see you getting dropped off today at airports by the On Tilt boys. But back in the day, you were recording videos playing poker while getting dropped off by your mom. What prompted you to start recording yourself playing poker way back when you decided to start doing this?
I'll give two examples here. The first example, how I got into poker. My older brother used to play online professionally during the full tilt days. This was back in early 2000s. So I was 8 years old running around the house half naked, and my brother would just scream, "Corey, come play the sand for me." I'd be like, okay. So I just run in. He would go to the bathroom, and he's like, right before he left, he would look at me and say, "Corey, if you pick up aces, just go all in. If you pick up anything else, just fold." I was like, "All right, serious, sir." He would go off and do ungodly things to the toilet, and I'm sitting there staring at like 4 different tables. A notification pops up. Ding! Queen 4 offsuit. I click fold. Most exhilarating 7 seconds of my life. And ever since that moment, I was like, yep, this is what we're going to do. Now, that's obviously like a little bit of exaggeration, but I learned poker from a young age and started getting back into it on my 18th birthday. And my older brother invited me to Chasers, which is my local casino. He was still playing full time at that point. And I was like, yeah, sure. I'll go. I didn't know anything about the game, but I go to Chasers, walking with $200. My hands are shaking like I'm 75 with Parkinson's. I sit down at a 1-2 table. I have no clue what I'm doing. And within maybe an hour and a half, I looked down at like ace 4 offsuit, just blasted off into the middle. Not much has changed in that regard. We're still doing that, but we lost everything. And I was like, never again. Never playing poker again. And now we do it for a living, or at least make videos about it.
Dude, the shaking your hands the first time you played poker at a casino.
Oh my God.
Was the exact thing I did. And the guy, when I did it, I go to call, I go, and I put the chips in.
Yeah.
And the guy next to me grabs his chips, looks at me and goes, and puts his chips into the pot. And I'm just like, I looked at him, and I swear to you, I looked at him and I go, I deserve that. And he goes, relax, you'll be fine.
Holy JuJu.
Imperial Palace? Was that where that was?
No, this
Oh.
was like Joliet.
Oh, okay.
This
yeah.
was like at the casino in Joliet.
Yeah,
Illinois.
that's hilarious.
Yeah,
All
something
right.
like
Where's that at?
suburb of Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you picked up right at the end of December as we picked up the show right at the end of December as you were starting out on this year-long journey with your most recent project. What led you specifically to that point and that decision to move forward there?
I listened to a podcast called How to Take Over the World by Ben Wilson. Very funny name, but it highlights a lot of the greatest figures of humanity. And it just made me think a little bit bigger in terms of, all right, I'm playing 1-2 at my local casino. That's not really a great story. If I'm on my deathbed and if that's the pinnacle, if that's my magnum opus is playing 1-2 at Chasers, I've lived wrong. So I just tried to think about what's the craziest thing I can do right now within the next 2 months. Gentlemen, let's gamble my entire net worth. I'll see you in Vegas.
That's fantastic.
So you arranged everything. Did you know when you started the journey in January how you were going to accomplish the objective you were seeking out?
Yeah, a lot of it. So this is actually where we get into nuance, a lot of behind the scenes of the series. I actually don't think I want to go too far into this point, but what I will say is that I think there's a lot of money and attention and a lot of money in media. So by just generating buzz, a lot of opportunities can result from that. So I was kind of under the interpretation, all right, well, if I have $20,000 and I can somehow use this as almost a business expense to generate X amount of dollars in attention, then it's just a profitable endeavor, regardless of how the results end up on the felt.
And that's kind of the unlock of the concept, right? And you're so open about sharing like the YouTube income as a part of the journey, which is unique. Because most people don't necessarily hide it, but they're not like, hey, who cares? I'm getting a YouTube check. This is great. I just dusted $45,000 in a slot machine. So that's what really and I think the very first episode I watched, you were like, no, the YouTube money goes directly into the bankroll and keeps feeding the entire process. And I'm like, oh, this is it. This is this is the story to tell.
Yeah.
We were talking at the outset of this, and the part that we like so much about it is when you incorporate all these different elements into it, it's a much more human story than it is you see from anyone else trying to blog or comment or be a creator. It's more about storytelling and less about look at me, look what I can do kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the part of the narrative that I think really turned us onto it from the very start.
Absolutely. Great job.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. So you
really glad you highlighted that one in particular because, sorry to interject.
No, all good.
That is, I think, the biggest thing that should change in poker vlogs. That's the biggest element that everyone's missing. Our niche is so interesting as a lifestyle to anyone that doesn't gamble. You show up at a Thanksgiving dinner. What the fuck do you mean you bought in for $2,000? You literally put rent on the table and you cashed out for a small profit of $400? Are you on meth? And they just think you're a strung out drug addict who's trying to come up with, they think you're spiraling down this deep, dark pathway when there's a lot of math and there's a lot of reason and rationale. People, I think, highlight the wrong characteristics of this industry. Instead of talking about a poker session, talk about the life of a poker player. It's so much more full circle encapsulating, and it's just that's what I tried to do this past year. That's the shift, I think.
That's the interesting part. I watched you and I was like, oh, this is what a poker vlog is. I didn't really even know the concept. We talked to our buddy Jesse, who did the World Series of Poker last year, and he started spouting off about poker vlogs and stuff. And I'm like, this is foreign to me, pal.
We're watching craps videos. Leave us alone.
Yeah, right. we're trying to figure out how to play blackjack. But yeah, and there's so much of it is just cherry picking hands and just a little bit of a splash of something, and it's this is not nearly the whole story. Sure. It's Vegas Matt playing slots or whatever. It's just here's a little adrenaline, but your story is so unique. So, all right, you mentioned the media and the attention. So can I ask about the live stream situation? like it seems a little zany as us not in this lifestyle to like go to the airport, hop on a plane, fly somewhere, play on a live stream, and then go home. So how does this work? Is it like so much about the attention, or is it just about getting to the biggest game you can?
In those particular instances, those games are just a lot of fun to play as a player, and that's less about the attention, more so just the game's a lot of fun to play, especially the stakes, especially the environment. Hustler Casino, Lodge, Poker Night America, they're all great. They do a great job. As a content creator, I just look around at 7 different camera angles and I say, yes, put me in that environment. That's great. So that's the big upside for us.
But was it a part of the plan to put like your entire bankroll on the line every time you were sitting down at every point this year?
God, no. We just couldn't spin.
You just seem to find yourself in these situations where it's just all on the table. You don't like where's the $500 tournament to build the 5K?
Brother, the story writes itself. Like, Jesus Christ.
No, you are writing a better story. I'm trying to give you the logical, sensible thing to do, and you're out here creating the much better content. So don't listen to me.
Okay, this is legit the angel and the devil. The angel says, go play a $200 nightly. And the devil says, but perhaps go play a 1025 game and risk everything you possibly have.
Yeah, like literally in your most recent episode we watch, your buddy wins a nightly, and I'm just sitting there watching it like, why isn't Corey doing that?
Yeah.
No, but your content better. Don't listen to me. That's why we appreciate what you're doing. Follow-up question then. If you're able to highlight right now, or what you can say, what's been like sort of your biggest challenge during the course of this project?
That's a great question. There's been a lot of them. I think, there's been a lot. I will highlight, obviously, the stress of gambling, just the inherent nature of gambling, everything that puts a lot of stress. I think another back end part that people aren't aware of is that I'm trying to build a business and hire people. So I hired 2 editors and a videographer, and those salaries are $10,000 to $15,000 a month. That's not cheap. Where's the money coming from, boys? So now, just the stress of gambling everything, adding staff salaries when my net worth is minus $7,000. Where's the money? Show me the money. That storyline, that is April and May, by the way, where I hired people, and I literally have to make like $1,000 a day to break even. So it's insane. But all of that stress, I think, accumulated into health issues where I had digestive problems and I developed GERD and like super heavy acid reflux, where I thought I had a heart attack, and I drove myself to the hospital at like 4 in the morning. Like, what's going on here? And they ran a bunch of diagnostics, EKGs, everything came out clean. They were like, buddy, we're going to put you on omeprazole. We're going to get you sorted out. And that was kind of a just whirlwind. So that health related GERD, I have a torn labrum / bicep. I am a candidate for double jaw surgery. I have like all these health related things ongoing.
Wow.
And then managing that with financial stress, managing that with a team that I have to pay. All of these, I'd say that's the triangle, the death triangle. That's the Bermuda Triangle, where I just have to, I don't have a cruise ship. I have like a little dinky raft boat that I have to just drive out in the Atlantic and survive.
It sounds to me, without giving any spoilers, you have indicated this ride is about to come off more whirlwind and crazy than what we've seen so far in the episodes.
Brother, you have no idea.
Can't wait. Cannot wait.
No idea. You have no idea. And I've actually been, the reason why I haven't posted is because I don't even know if I want to, there's certain stuff that I actually don't know if I can talk about. It's that crazy.
Wow.
It's actually the life that I've lived in the past 6 months is, I don't know. It's so, I genuinely have to leave it there. There's just certain stuff that happened I don't know if I can talk about.
Good tease. Where do you want to take this?
No, I got it. I got it. Where at the end of this year are you going with this?
My answer a month ago would have been to gamble my entire net worth and ride it out into the sunset. I wanted to create a live event where I literally sell tickets to a live event where everyone can kind of fill up an arena. We'll set up a roulette table and I'll just spin a ball. And whatever I have, I'll spin. And that'll be the end of it. That was kind of the idea. But I'm quickly realizing that there are so many factors that I didn't necessarily think about that have nothing to do with the nature of gambling your net worth. But this, without going into too much detail, there's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes and opportunities that might present itself that you probably shouldn't talk about.
As the series goes along via your channel, will some of that be revealed? Is the hesitancy to speak today a result of not wanting to reveal the show, or is it more of a result of other factors?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Take another angle.
Yeah, right.
You go.
So we touched on your travel. That's also a fascinating thing to us. Can you really just go to the airport and buy a ticket? Does that work?
Is that what you're doing? How does the logistics of your travel work? Are all your flights booked by you last minute? You're just kind of like, all right, I'm going to go here now. Boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
That's crazy. I'm a little older than you, and I got 2 kids and a job, and I live in a small town with an airport with a limited amount of flights. I can't even fathom this concept.
When I lived in Denver, we did it.
Did you really? You just showed up? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can't.
You book it a couple hours ahead on the thing. You pack your bag. You go to the airport.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like when there was a blizzard coming through Denver once,
Everybody got on a plane.
and our flight going one way for a different trip was canceled, and we just hopped on, and we're like, well, the flights going this way are still clear of the blizzard. Grabbed that one and went on a trip to a different place.
Neat.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Not really related, but yes, awesome.
It'll work.
So can you give us a little bit of like a high point during the course of this journey for you personally?
I think a high point has been being able to show up and create a bunch of the experiences that I've lived this year have topped kind of anything I've ever done in terms of my career ever. And I think I would not be where I am now if I didn't take a leap of faith and just say JuJu. So I'm really happy that I put myself in a position to fight for the life that I wanted instead of just living a life that I wasn't really too thrilled about.
That's awesome. I appreciate that you share that message like liberally, because I think it's important for people to take that into consideration, especially when they're young.
Great point. I'm very aware of my age, and I'm very aware of the opportunity that comes with that. If I have 2 kids, like my older brother's 37, he's married with 2 kids. If I were his age with his responsibilities and his situation, I'd get divorced within a month. She'd be like, I'm taking the kids and I'm leaving. You need therapy. You don't need a YouTube channel. You need therapy. And it would just be a much different conversation internally and externally. I just won't have the same opportunity to go all in, because if I fail right now, I'm young enough to where I can fall on my feet. Most people my age are in college with $100,000 of student loan debt. Maybe I can take a similar approach, but instead of going to college for a degree, I try to build a business where it sets myself up for the future and while doing something that I love to do.
That's fantastic. The ultimate wager.
Correct. Yeah. Legitimately the ultimate wager.
Yeah.
I'm betting on myself and I'm betting on the future that I want to live.
Absolutely.
As 2 40-year-olds looking at you here right now, Corey,
We're only a little jealous.
you will never regret this, buddy. You will never, ever regret this. This is the best decision you've ever made. Trust me.
Yeah, that's great.
You are definitely nailing it as far as that goes.
Yeah.
So, okay. So I've tried to drill at where you're going from here and everything, but we'll still ask this.
Yeah, I feel like a politician. Sorry for bobbing and weaving on that one, but there's just certain things I can't disclose.
Obviously.
You're fine. You're totally fine. Can you give us any teasers? Anything that just a teaser for upcoming episode or anything along those lines?
I can do that for you. Are you guys familiar with the Instagram meme, double it and give it to the next person?
No.
I'm not. No.
I mean,
Okay.
my wheels are turning right now, but go.
Okay. So there's these people that just walk up to college campuses. They'll just walk up to students and say, "Do you want $1 or do you want to double it and give it to the next person?" And they're like, "Obviously, dude, get the hell away from me. It's $1. I'd double it, give it to the next person."
Yeah.
And so they keep doing this process until the amount of money actually becomes maybe $50. You want to double it or give it to the next person? Double it. Let's make it 100. And then someone will say, "You want $100 or double it to the next person? Give me the 100. See you later. Bye." And they just keep repeating this.
Okay.
So the amount of debt that currently is on screen, double it and give it to the same person. It's the magnitude of everything is going to get a lot crazier within the next one episode. I have to figure out how the hell I'm going to package this because it's starting to get, from the outside looking in, I understand that it might look concerning. Like, this kid is off the rails. He has no idea what he's talking about. You actually have a gambling addiction. I think that there's just a lot of factors that people don't take into consideration. Like, I'm trying to build a business and I'm hiring people and I'm traveling all over the country and I'm spending money on Airbnbs. I'm spending money on flights. I'm spending money on salaries. That's the issue. It's not the poker. I'm actually even this year. It doesn't matter. It's all the finances that come with videos. And telling that story, I'm trying to take a more business approach with this next month or so because it gets really crazy. And then that leading into June, WSOP, fellas, we pop off. There's at least 5 videos that are the next one is more crazy than the last, and it's truly a roller coaster that I still have yet to process. It's just like you literally wake up, disaster. Wake up, do it again. And there's no time to, it's just always on to the next. And it's just, I can't even explain it. You just have to watch. It's that.
JuJu. Hey, you've wet my whistle, sir.
That is actually quite true. I cannot wait to watch these coming episodes. That's wonderful stuff. And just for the record between us, we talk about why does he do this between the two of us when we watch your stuff together, Corey. I'm not even kidding you.
That's great. That's awesome.
And we have the question, and we know the business side of it, my man.
Yeah.
There is a real purpose behind what you're doing, and we totally
I'm so glad to hear that you've hired some editors because like that was stressing me out. Like you staying up all night editing and then having to go play poker and stuff. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, this is
well, I fired one of them, and one of them's not currently. One of them we're still trying to work together, so I'm still doing all the work for what it's worth.
Oh Jesus, okay.
Oh, he's a control freak, Juice.
Well, hold on. Yes, I am. I'm a perfectionist, and that's a double-edged sword. I will say, shout out Carlo. He's one of the kids that I've hired. He's very good. We're trying to make it work, but I still do a lot of it.
Okay.
All right, last question before we let you go, bud. We're heading to Vegas next week. We're semi-regulars, but we're always looking to learn more about fun places, go, eat, gamble, those sorts of things. We see you popping off up there all the time. Any recommendations for us? Anything you've picked up or just always looking to learn?
Do you do anything there but go to card rooms?
Fellas, I'm a poker player, not a tourist.
Yeah.
Love it. You're there poker and out. That's your only experiences in Vegas?
My greatest experience in Vegas is playing a 5-5 game at Tropicana and then walking across the street to Shake Shack. That's about the extent of it.
So I absolutely loved you went and played blackjack with a couple of other YouTube guys. And I was just like, this guy looks more uncomfortable than me playing blackjack.
Oh, I was in shambles.
You're like,
$2 in front of me. I'm pissing myself.
the whole time you're like, I shouldn't be doing this, guys. And then that guy started like heckling you about what to do and stuff like that. And it was a fun piece of content. I think I was on the Casino Kings channel, right?
Yes. Matt,
Yeah.
shout out Matt. It's great.
Yeah, he does some good stuff. Yeah. Shout out El Cortez. I think that's where you're playing. I love that place.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great place.
Good deal.
That's awesome.
But I will say, fun little thing, little side note behind the scenes thing. Matt, we all have a little Discord community group where we have a tight knit group of creators in the space that we all ping pong ideas off and send each other, hey, how's this intro? How can we tweak this? How can we make this better? And Matt, I think, has single-handedly shown the most, if not the most growth, one of the most. He's shown a ton of growth over the past 6 months in terms of quality of content, and I'm just very proud of where he's gone and how the direction of his channel is. So if you haven't seen him, go watch Matt, Casino King. Great
Yeah.
job. Frank is another guy. He's put in so much work, and it's not a mistake why these people are starting to get traction. They put in so many hours that you have no idea. They're really, really, really dedicated.
Yeah, I was really impressed with the Casino King gambling in every casino on the strip. that was quite the feat. Like overnight hours. It was crazy.
I've seen that one.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Anything else?
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. This
Dude,
has been great.
You're like a mini celebrity to us. I can't, I just gotta say that again. Like, for the real deal, we've interviewed 50 people almost now, and your show's awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. That's great. I appreciate it.
We can totally tell in this interview, we don't fanboy very often during an interview, and we totally did that.
It felt a little awkward fanboying.
So good luck.
I appreciate it, boy. Seriously.
All right. Corey, thank you so much for joining us. Everyone, check out his YouTube channel, Corey Eyring. That's COREY_EYRING. Hit him up on the socials. Show your support. You can find him at Corey Eyring on both Twitter and Instagram. Super easy stuff. Corey, good juju to you the rest of the way. We're excited to follow the rest of your career, my man.
Thanks so much, guys. This was a lot of fun. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Thank you. Good luck. Hopefully we run into each other someday.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Sounds great.
Well, if you wear the hat, you'll be in good company.
Follow behind you.
Right.
You're
Just follow me around. Like a little puppy.
you're gonna be like, all right, dude, let's like split up, see what we got.
Yeah,
see
right.
what's going on. You're gonna be like walking around.
You're gonna be back like 10 seconds
I'll
later.
be like hiding behind plants. Like, yes, all right, let's wait. Oh, we got in a conversation.
Yeah. Oh, there's the actual host.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Peter. Yeah, I couldn't find anyone here, Juice. I couldn't.
I tried.
I'm just gonna hop in.
Yeah.
We could have like 4 Easter eggs in this episode, but one Easter egg we could put in is this: people who go to work conferences and actually like want to get into work conversations about work stuff at work conversations and not blow it off 95% and just try to enjoy themselves around business people who like trying to learn each other and get a vibe for each other as human beings.
Yeah. Relationship building
Are the worst.
Yeah.
You can tell those people don't know how to be real people in the real world. Like
Yeah.
you got to go to a conference and be there to just be chill.
Yeah.
And that's the part that makes me a little nervous.
Yeah. Okay.
Am I going to be tight? I don't want to be tight.
You'll be stoned. Have some more ether.